tricks, only treats here, Greg, is we've got NBA action on Halloween. Greg, I have seen you sport some very interesting costumes over the years.
Yeah, the kids love it when I get dressed up and go trick-or-treating with them, and then I get to go through their candy stash, so it's a win-win.
Now a look at Memphis's starting group. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. Jones is out there with Desmond Bane, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Bane looking around. Over Sexton. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Here's Jones. 8 points his last outing. Now the pass to Brooks. Here's Adams. Outside, Bane. Brooks with no one around. The shot will not fall. And Utah will come the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
And here is Bane after the 3-pointer from Patterson. Back to Jones. Passes it to Brooks. From the corner. Rebounded by the Jazz.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it can feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Here's Patterson following the score by Memphis. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, it's something that only a handful of players have to deal with. Getting booed on draft night. Never a great feeling, but it can act as a motivator.
And hopefully, Greg, that's how MP has used it, as motivation. The player feels like they're in a losing situation, but MP is doing everything he can to win over the fans. And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Brooks for 3. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
And he makes that one.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. Now, they lost the first game against this team, but the coach said he's not worried. Thinks they just have to rely on their offense a little more. He told me, look, the first time didn't go the way we would like. I still think we can score against these guys. We have to keep the ball moving, and then we have to finish strong. We're trying to even up the season series at 1, Kevin. We'll see how they do. Back to you.
Appreciate that, David. Interesting report there, GA. The team focused on what it can do offensively.
Bottom line, in this league, you have to score points. Sounds like they have a plan.
Yeah, well, you better not ignore the other side of the ball. It doesn't matter how many points you score if you get absolutely no stops on defense.
And the first one drops. Markkanen, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. And so Jones nails both of them.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Conley kicks to Patterson. Outside, Sexton. Pass to Conley. Patterson against Brooks. Out to Conley. 4 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot.
Nice finish. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Bain. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Colin Sexton. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group. Tillman, he's checked in for Adams. Clark comes in for Jackson. Williams, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Conchar subbed in for Bain. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Utah Jazz?
Two.
That free throw good from Patterson. And Patterson drops them both. Here's Jones. The pass to Conchar. The kick out to Williams. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz leading by 15.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for hoops talent.
A lot of talent indeed, and Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn.
And future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony was born there, and just like Rudy, was in Maryland for high school. Kemba, Bernard King, Lenny Wilkins, other legends from the Brooklyn borough.
First free throw is good.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a bit, Clarkson tightened up his game, and now he is a key factor in what this team does.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Horton Tucker comes in for MP, and it's Beasley in for Mike Conley. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Conley out there with Sexton. Then it's MP. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Azubuike in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Out to Brooks. They grab their own miss. Here's Adams. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the bucket. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
And you know it's serious if he's heading to the locker room. It takes a lot to get him out of any game.
And Utah making a change here. Gay's checked in.
Rudy Gay.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Brooks against Patterson. Jackson passes to Brooks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
I love the aggression, but they'll need more of that to try and climb back into this one.
Patterson down low. Brooks covering. And Patterson kicks to Conley. Clock at 6. Over Jones on the money with the open jumper. And the Jazz lead by 18.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Brooks outside. Shoots over Patterson. That one no good. So Utah will take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And that one's good by Gay.
And really the strength of Gay is impressive. Easily bouncing off the defense while still finishing the shot.
Passes to Brooks. Uncovered. Basket counts. Brooks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Outside, Sexton. Pass to Patterson. Kicks to Conley. Back to Patterson. Dishes it to Gay. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Patterson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Gotta admire the fast release of Gay. Once he has the ball in his hands, he's looking to shoot.
Now here's Jones. Jackson trying to break free. On the basket by Jones. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
Patterson, that's good.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Jones kicks to Brooks. Back to Jones. To the middle. Here's Payne. And the shot is long.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Count it. Gay's got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Back to Jones. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. MP outside. Lets it go from 11. And Utah again with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To the inside, Brooks. And he makes good on the layup. And that's now 6 points for Dillon Brooks.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
Utah calls timeout. Richard, I was wondering, do you think the recent postseason success of small market teams like Milwaukee is good for the NBA?
Absolutely. Guys should be able to feel like they can win no matter what.
So it's Utah having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this.
Please, a big round of applause for your Jazz youth.